Are you loving the intention of living the Aussie dream, but no idea for the best city to live in Australia? Australia, a wonderful nation with diverse tradition and culture, beautiful beaches, stunning natural landscape with rare species wildlife and plants, often called land down under, for its strategic geolocation below the equator. While only 9% of land were occupied by humans with populations of 25.7 million, for decades Australia is having stable and welcoming policies that never failed to attract new immigrants and expats to be a part of these growing community. Just on 2021, at least 160,000 immigrants received their Australian permanent residency. On this video we will be going to analyse 7 of the best cities for you live in Australia to start up as an expats, immigrants or international students. These contents were compiled according to our research on the latest key statistics from 2019 till current year 2022, like rental costs, job opportunities, transportation system, and weather reports. Anyhow, you must remember living here isn't cheap. According to World Data Information, Australia ranked as 14th expensive country to live in. So without further ado, let's roll into the 7 best city to live in Australia. Number 7. Gold Coast, Queensland. Gold Coast is a great option if you are looking for a more affordable place to buckle up as an expats, immigrants or international students with thriving 650,000 population, while enjoying beautiful coastal breeze and a vibrant nightlife. The city is well known for its educational quality. Estimated more than 30,000 college students are living here. The living cost here quite reasonable, where you can find an 1-bedroom studio apartment near beachside for $350 to $400 Australian dollar weekly, though the rental cost surging around 20.2%. With wide variety of job-seeking resources available, 95.2% were employed and a strong growth of tourism industries promoting more jobs on the sector. Meanwhile, the TransLink is the Gold Coast's public transportation system connecting buses, trains and trams, providing residents an excellent services to getting around to the city without a car as an easy and convenient option. These coastal towns' summer temperature is very comfortable, around 20 to 28 degrees Celsius, though has an average of 250 days of good and sunny weather annually, with wet days falling predominantly during the summer months from December to February. Number 6. Canberra, Australian Capital Territory. Canberra is not only home to the seat of Australian government with national democratic institutions, monuments and museums, but among the one of world's most livable small metropolitan to start a new life. If you compared with nearby Sydney, moving to Canberra offers a greater quality of lifestyle. Meanwhile, strong economic growth around 3.5% in 2021 to 2022, boosting the population of 467,000 includes immigrants, expats as well as foreign students consists almost 28% of the community here, whom taking an advantage of easy access to government sector jobs and high-end educational institutions. Statistics through Facebook Marketplace reveals that a family apartment with 2-room median rent will cost you $400 Australian dollars weekly out of city centre. Anyhow, you always will feels that you're close enough even though staying out of town, while you will be easily get a sharing bachelor room around 120 Australian dollars. Anyone here can expect to secure a good position as a professional executives at government sectors, manager or trade workers. My Way card from Transport Canberra will saves you a lot when commuting by bus or light rail train. Canberra's climate is warm, cold and temperate. From June till September will be the coldest month here, with 10 to 2 Celsius, sometimes may snowing. Remember to prepare your thick clothes if you want to move here. Number 5. Geelong, Victoria. Geelong is Victoria's one of largest city, rapidly swifts as an alternative suburb rather than Melbourne, just 75 km away, offering relaxing lifestyle close to beaches with excellent healthcare, sports and recreational facilities. As 2021 the city were already having around 268,984 populations compared the land density size of 202 kilometers. According to the sources from the famous Deakin University, we're currently having 2 of their main campus at Geelong suburbs. 80% of international students out of 13,000 are preferred to live here for minimize their living cost, even though there were not much job offered for professionals and less trade workers and hospitality industries. But if you're an IT executives, healthcare staffs or managers, you can take an advantage from job markets at Melbourne. Relatively, it were very reasonable to live here, few surveys revealing that you can easily find an unfurnished one-bedroom studio apartment unit for $250 Australian near to coastal areas. Meanwhile, international student can get a room for $120 weekly. Geelong has an extensive public transit system that includes buses and trains. Myki application is a collateral effort from Public Transport Victoria that you must have, where a normal ride for an adult to Melbourne on V-Line train services will cost you around 12 to 16 Australian dollar. You need to worry a bit about the weather here, especially for whom preferred warm temperature. November till May the climate will cozy and warm with 29 to 16 Celsius, these the period that you can absorb more sunshine hours and take advantage of swimming at beautiful local beaches, but the condition will slowly drop till 4 to 5 Celsius during the May to October. Number 4. Hobart, Tasmania. Greater Hobart is absolutely stunning region, with Hobart recognized as the largest city here. You will always have something to captivate, like visit the famous Salamanca Market, canoeing through their metro's waterway, or at least just strolling along the fisherman docks when had nothing to do. Starting up a new career balanced lifestyle will be simple process through the state government's eased policies for everyone, especially to international students and expats. With population around just over 50,000, the overall combined foreign migration surged by only 6.8% averagely attracts more newcomers to move here. Anyhow, if you're an experienced immigrant on managerial or trade job, most likely will be no hard to find a job here, but unfortunately there were least opportunities for IT skilled personnel. When comes to living cost, your large portion of expenses will spend to accommodation. On average, rent in Hobart will set you back about 300 to 450 Australian dollars per week, depending where you stay. The Metro Tasmania is so far the largest transportation provider to Hobart's residents. The fare will be calculated according to the zone, while if you are having green card, will be 20% cheaper with plenty of extra value benefits. Hobart has all 4 different seasons and a mild temperate oceanic climate. Summer can last from December to February, with an average maximum weather of 20 to 24 degrees Celsius along the coastal lowlands. Anyhow, be aware that during heat waves in some area the climate might be exceed 40 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, colder months in June, July, and August seem to be the wettest and coolest, with most of mountainous regions here receiving a significant amount of snowfalls. Number 3. Central Coast, New South Wales. The Central Coast is a peri-urban zone in New South Wales, located 90 kilometres north of Sydney on the Tasman Sea coastline. It's more like an outer area of well-developed region, consists of major town like Gosford, Wyong, Woy Woy and Terrigal, while many residents believe that these urbanisation will combine to be an alternative metro for expanding communities of Sydney. Current New South Wales population projection clearly indicates that will be an increase of 95,000 newcomers here by 2041, with estimated of 78,650 immigrants families. Obviously, Central Coast is attracting international communities with its stunning pristine lakes, large national parks and easy access to coastal seaside. Latest statistics also reveals that the percentage of immigrant inside Sydney's metropolitan were very comfortable to move around these new urban zone. Right now there were almost 17,000 international students and expats living here, most of them working on banking, hospitality industries and as a trade workers. This is perfectly balanced with your wages when you compared other city close to metropolitan Sydney, but varied widely depending on your preferred lifestyle. A family home with 2 rooms will cost roughly 520 Australian dollars per week, or can get a studio apartment averagely around 290 Australian dollars near the surrounding city. You can always get enough sunshine days, with humid subtropical seasons with hot and moderate weather. In the summer, daytime temperatures are around 21 to 32 degrees Celsius, with considerable raining hours, and nights are around 15 to 22 degrees Celsius. Winter will be very pleasant and mild. You and your loved ones still can roaming outside without any hustles of carrying warm jackets. Number 2. Perth, Western Australia. Perth is an isolated major metropolitan, is more than 2,100 kilometres away from its nearest city, Adelaide. Slightly over than 2.1 million residents living here, 57% of them were overseas-born immigrants and expats, dominant by Southeast Asians, Indians and Chinese. The The low-cost lifestyle and career opportunities in Western Australia are one of the key reasons why expats are moving to here, to meet the demands of the thriving extremely large-scale mining industries at Western Australian. Both the local and federal government are aggressively attempting to attract professional and well-qualified immigrants here with skilled migrant visa and their pathway to permanent residency program. If you're an experienced engineer, mining labourers, managerial professionals, trade workers or hospitality executives, you're going to benefit most out of Western Australia's booming job market. The rental unit prices vastly varies according to neighbourhood to live in and your personal factors, especially your workplace distance, family factors and income. My research with Gumtree revealed that a furnished 3-bedroom landed family house will cost you only 470 Aussie dollars weekly at Waterford neighbourhood, only 10 minutes driving to city, and a single-room rental near 5 minutes walking distance to TAFE University Perth just for $110 weekly. Meanwhile, Perth's transportation network with Trans Perth application will give you an access for their buses, trains and ferries for a convenience shuttles across cities. Number 1. Adelaide, South Australia. How many of you ever wondered Adelaide is the most livable place in Australia? These metro is experiencing with 27% increase on arrival of new immigrants, especially international students and expats. Adelaide always promotes stable lifestyle, and the city is renowned for its dynamic and diversified communities with lovely rural surroundings and booming new regional industries. The demographic is quite balanced with all type of communities living in harmony, but through the latest 2022 census data showing that more than 45% of Chinese, Indians and South American population tend to come here because affordable living cost. Median rent that is almost 45% less compared Sydney is a major plus point. You will estimated to paying between around $170 to $250 per week for a room in a share home, or easily get 2-bedroom room unit for $390 outside city. Adelaide is home to a large number of Australia's best universities, private colleges, culinary and hospitality institutes. More than 26,000 international students from 120 countries are already relocate here. There are plenty of urban transportation services here, which includes inner-city trams that win through the city centre and some free buses as well. However, it is highly recommended to have a concession metro card to get discounted journeys on Adelaide's public transportation system. Adelaide has a Mediterranean climate with warm, dry summers and mild winters. The temperature here is often circulated around 35 degrees Celsius on summer between December to February, and the coldest will be on June to August around 15 degrees Celsius. Is not a big deal for newcomers like you to adapt into the environment.